Share vinyl.
Hi guys, and happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a beautiful Tuesday. We are having a bitterly cold Tuesday. We had snow most of the day yesterday, and now we're in like the deep freeze, and we're supposed to have a mega snowstorm on Saturday, so we'll see. I go day by day because it changes daily. You know what I mean? But as of now, we're supposed to have a big one on Saturday. So, yeah, we'll see. So, yesterday, I took all the Christmas stuff down. It was so sad. Yesterday was Epiphany, of course, and I like to leave my tree up until then. But taking it down was so sad, and yeah, it just makes me so sad when it's down for the year. So it's down and it's put away. I watched one film this week. I watched a couple of films, but this one is worth mentioning. Other ones that I watched were things I've seen before, like The Scarlet Letter, things like that, because I love Gary Oldman, love Demi Moore. But I watched one that I'd never seen before, and it's called Pete Smalls is Dead from 2010. And this has the great Peter Dinklage in it. And he is such a great actor, and I love him. I've loved him since the Station Agent. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but if you're a fan of Dinklage, you probably have. Just a great film, and this one was so fun, really good. He is obviously a dog lover, and just a really cute film. All right, so Friday I spent with the Record King, and Friday and Saturday, and we made our meatballs. On Friday, we made the vegetarian meatballs so that, so the wind, I mean, the clouds came over. Now it's super dark, so it's gonna do this as the clouds come over and the sun comes out, because I have the shade down so that we don't get that harsh, crazy afternoon sun. But now the clouds came over, and now I look like I'm in a cave. So, all right, we'll just deal with it because the sun's going to come back. And because we're having, I don't know, 40-mile-an-hour winds today. It's insane. And it's another cardboard day. So, you know what that means. See, here comes the sun. Another cardboard day. So that means I was out there picking up other people's cardboard off my lawn, and I'm telling you, nothing pisses me off more than that. And you know what? The same people do it over and over. And it's like, don't you learn? Don't you learn? Do you know what I did with my cardboard today? Not only do I jam it all into like one box or two boxes to make it unblowable, make it tight. Today I put it in a bin so that it couldn't blow anywhere. But other people just throw it out the night before. Don't you watch the weather? Don't you know it's going to be 40, 50-mile-an-hour winds? So the last couple of cardboard days, we've had insane winds, and I have been picking up other people's cardboard for practically all month, because every cardboard day has been windy, and I take their cardboard off my lawn and recycle it for them, and it pisses me off beyond comprehend. I can't tell you. I was swearing up and down while I was doing this. I couldn't. I'm gonna be one of those people one day that you see on the news because you can't be that stupid. You cannot be that stupid over and over again. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I got a ton of great stuff from Craig. And Christmas time, for Christmas, Elena got me a 12 pack of Trogs brews. And I kept forgetting to take it home every time I left. And it's not the kind of beer I could drink at the store because the alcohol content was very high. So I finally, Craig's like, just put it in your car. Put it in your car, you won't forget it. It's cold enough out that it's not going to, get warm. So I put it in my car and I finally took it home. And because as soon as I would get home, I'd be like, oh, I forgot Lena's beers. And they were great. They were all holiday themed, which is really fun. And I have had of the Trogs Christmas ales, the only one I've ever had before was Mad Elf. And it's delicious, but I've only bought it one time because it is 11% ABV. But so it's not something I can drink at the store. But anyway, I did bring it home, and every can was so cool, and it was just all Christmas related. So all right, I got one book uh, in the mail. It is called Global Soundtracks, Worlds of Film Music. And you know how I love soundtrack. I love when I hear a great soundtrack. Sometimes it transports me out of the movie because I'm listening to the music. And I know Carm knows what I mean. But so I got this great book, Global Soundtracks, Worlds of Film Music, edited by Mark Slobin. This looks great. I'm really excited to read this. The last soundtrack music I was totally blown away by was Sergey with Baramji. And I did download a ton of Baramji and put it on my the stick. What do you call those things? I don't know. Craig knows what they're called. The USB stick that you fill with music. So I put some Baramji on there so I can play it in the car at least. Because no Baramji that I'm aware of is on LP. Which is very, very, very sad. Because beautiful music like that, I prefer to hear on LP, So I got a bunch of records from Craigie. He had some Christmas stuff put aside for me once again. And then we went through a collection that had some pretty unique stuff in it. And we played some of it. Some of it was great. Some of it was, we thought this was going to be a lot better, that kind of stuff. And so he found a ton of stuff for his eBay store. And I got a ton of stuff. So let's go through what I got from the Craig Meister this last weekend. I got Locomotive Man by Johnny Cash on Columbia. I love Johnny. He's so amazing, so cool. Okay, let's get into the Christmas. We got It's Gonna Be a Lonely Christmas by the Orioles. This is on Jubilee. Very fun. And what do you do on New Year's Eve? Me and Raymond were just having a conversation the other day about how few New Year's Eve records there are out there, right? This one is Christmas Time Is Here by the Classics. Interesting. Super interesting. It doesn't say very much about it. Doesn't even say the record. Oh, Musical Variations is the record label, New York City. But nothing else about it. Like there's no date on it or anything. But it's very, it's different. We both looked at each other and said nobody has ever heard this Christmas song, and that's basically the kind of stuff that intrigues me. Christmas music that no one has ever heard before. It was somewhat nondescript, but nobody has ever heard it before, no doubt. We got Julius La Rosa doing We Need a Little Christmas, MGM. Great stuff, of course. And that song, Craig said Julius La Rosa's version reminds him of his childhood. But I did not hear We Need a Little Christmas. Was it the one if I'm thinking of the right one, I believe I didn't hear that song until my dad took me to the Radio City Christmas spectacle, whatever you call it. Because he had been taking me there since I was a little kid. But that's the first time I remember hearing that song. I think that's the song. I'm pretty sure that's the one. All right. I got another copy of Soul Dracula, Hot Blood. I think I had this on an album. I think I only have this on an album. So now we have the 45. And it's very Dracula. It's very fun. It's very horror. But it's somewhat disco. So it's a very interesting record. And this one, all right, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Bing. Of course, we all know it and love it, but look at the beautiful Christmas Decca sleeve. This is the kind of stuff that I love, and that's what Craig grabbed it for. He said this sleeve is so beautiful, and it really is. And the whole back of the sleeve here is Christmas advertising. Like Fred Waring, Danny Kaye, Ethel Smith, Leroy Anderson, Roy Ringwald, Bing Crosby, all different artists, Christmas records that are available at the same time that this was. And that is the most beautiful Christmas sleeve I've ever seen. Amazing. All right. Then on Saturday, when we went through this other collection, we got Peppermint Lump and Angie by the one and only Pete Townsend with picture sleeve. And this is a Stiff Records plug copy, not for sale. So Pete Townsend promo, very, very fun. Okay, the Boomtown Rats, Never in a Million Years and Don't Talk to Me. Picture sleeve. Well, if you can call this a picture sleeve, but a hard cardboard sleeve, really beautiful, British pressing. The Great Boomtown Rats. Very excited about it. Let me see. Let me look at this a minute. Okay, I believe this is British as well. Yep, British also. The Pete Townsend on Stiff. Very, very fun. A lot of British stuff in there. I got a promo copy of Forever by Little Steven and the Disciples of Soul. The Disciples of Soul was is still to this day one of my favorite bands of all time. Saw them many, many, many times. And this is a promo. So very, very cool on EMI America. Uh, Walter Carlos, pre-Wendy, creator of Switched On Bach. Walter Carlos, of course, became Wendy Carlos. This is like a mini LP or EP, whatever you want to call it. But there's quite a few songs on here. Uh, 5 songs, 5 song EP. Very, very, very fun. And on here, I believe, is a yep, Eleanor Rigby cover on here. Very cool. Got a couple of Ian Dorys here. I love Ian Dory. And these, of course, are British pressings. Oh, what a waste. What a waste. And Wake Up with picture sleeve. Beautiful stuff. The other one is Hit Me With Your Rhythm Sticks, which we all know and love. And there ain't half been some clever bastards. Oh my God. He is so great. Is this one British? I don't think so. This is also on Stiff, New York City. Yeah, this is not an import. But very, very interesting. Love the sleeve. Love it, love it, love it. If I Didn't Love You by Squeeze on a mini record. And Another Nail in My Heart. And this one is one of those mini records. The only mini record I've ever gotten in my life. This is on A&M. Was one that Raymond gave me. And, well, actually, he gave me 2. He gave me a metal one, and he gave me an all-girl band that was doing like it was kind of like horror themed. It had like a funeral imagery on it. It was very, very cool. But this one is Squeeze. Very, very fun. Cover of I Want to Hold Your Hand by Dollar. Interesting stuff. We have stereo and mono. Promo. Love that. Rudy Tooty by Billy Hancock and the Tennessee Rockets on a very interesting small label called Ripsaw. And there's even a card inside here that asks you, with prepaid postage, that asks you to comment on Ripsaw 211, please. So they want your feedback on this record, which is kind of very interesting. I've not seen that in a record before. So very, very fun. We got Danny Blue and Doggy Doo on Prophet Records. All right. Doggy Doo is by Steve Wall and the Hydrants. Very fun. And Daddy Blue is by Heaven's Gate. Also Steve Wall. But very interesting piece. Picture cover. Total novelty. Very, very, very fun. We got some reggae. Some really cool reggae. We got here Skanky Pussy by Lloydie and the Lowbites. And Pussycat on the other side. Great, great recipe. Not what it sounds like, but great, great reggae. Really fun. Not what you would think at all, but really fun. We got Bob Marley and the Wailers doing Concrete and Jaw Live. And the writing on here tells us that the labels are wrong. They're flipped. So this side is actually Concrete and this side is Jaw Live. So kind of fun. Kind of interesting. A mistake, you know. And then we got Jimmy London doing Can't Get to Losing You. and Losing You version. If you know anything about, real reggae records, one side is always a reggae song, the other side is like a weird dub version. Sometimes it just says version, and that's what they put on B-sides. But this is really, really great. And two of these, I believe, are on the same label. Giant. Yep. Two of these reggaes are on the Giant label. So that's kind of fun. And another great reggae. Shock Them. Black Eagles. On Black Eagle label. Really fun reggae. These had to be pressed in England. They were so big on reggae in the punk days. There were a lot of Jamaican people in England, still are to this day, because Jamaica was a territory and it was part of the British Empire. And the other side is a shocking dub. Like I said, with most reggae records, the other side is always like some sort of dub or some strange version. There's no address for the record label. So it could be Jamaica or it could be England. I don't know. Okay, this is really fun novelty. Scratchy 45s by Pete Wingfield. Really, really fun. A lot of people might know this, but it's really, really an interesting piece, especially if you do old records in a podcast. Very, very fun. Scratchy 45s. And then I got a beautiful copy of Father Christmas. I Believe in Father Christmas by Greg Lake. The other side is Humbug. Very fun. So there are a lot of Christmas records this week, once again, even though it was already after Christmas. I don't care, because, me and Raymond, we collect Christmas records all year long. And Craig is always looking for Christmas records for me. And he's also looking for horror, which never turns up. When it does, it's really, really, really exciting. But so that was last week. And so now we're bracing for a snowstorm on Saturday. I understand that parts of England are under snow right now. Kansas got blasted with snow. Missouri got blasted. There was a huge snowstorm that came through the day that we got the snow yesterday. But we were I bet you Trish got a lot of snow. She got more snow than we did. Ocean County was supposed to get a lot of snow. We were only supposed to get like a dusting to 3 inches. And while it snowed for hours, it just covered the grass. It didn't cover the street or the cars, really, And so we were like right ahead of the snow line. But Saturday, we're not supposed to be. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I mean, before you know it, look how fast it went between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So between now and spring, it'll probably go like that. And that's what I'm longing for, and that's what I'm hoping for. I have some projects I want to get working on this winter, if the winter doesn't fly by. So I'm hoping to get down on that very, very, very soon. I have my little faux wood burning stove I have with on the heat setting today because it is bitterly, bitterly cold. And it keeps my feet warm because I have forced air heat, which comes out from the ceiling, just like the air conditioning. And the floor is somewhat cold. So when I put that thing on with the heat, it stays on the floor. It's really nice. It's perfect. But taking the tree down, putting the Harry Potter train away, it was all really, really, really sad. But I did that yesterday. And when I went by my mom's on Sunday, hers was already all down. She took it down the day before, and I was like, holy crap, this looks so different without all the Christmas. Really sad. The season went too fast. So, anyway, guys, that's it for me, I think. I hope you're staying warm. Comment, subscribe, spread that love. Tink merch below. Radio Tink podcast link below. Patreon link below. Buy me a brew link below. And until next time, remember, in a black and white world, live a technicolor life. And I will see you all in the next one. I love you all so very, very much. And I hope your new year is starting out beautiful.